Hey y'all, welcome back to Movement Link. So I want to take a few minutes and just talk about posture in the push-up position and one of the most common things we see. So as we're talking about posture, we need to make sure we're drawing the lower abs in. So I like thinking of sucking the belly button into the spine, holding a Kegel, and trying to get that pelvis in a nice neutral shape. So what we see very commonly, especially as people get more and more tired, is what they do, and this is something common, we see them as they stand, as they run, as they do squats, they do nothing with the core. So what that nothingness looks like in the push-up is we get this saggy back, okay? And you can really see it in the low back. It just kind of gets saggy as we get dumped out here. It's harder to breathe here, but really the big sign that we have is when people are doing it, they have that saggy back. So it's usually their belly button that hits the ground, and it's not their chest that's hitting the ground. So as they're doing push-ups, they tend to do things like this. It tends to also come along with that head being tilted up. So things just like when we're squatting and just like we're preparing, what we need to get really, really good at is bracing, drawing that belly button in, holding that Kegel, and breathing into that braced position. Okay, this isn't something that just magically happens. This is something you have to practice. So maybe in warm-ups, what you can do is get into that nice neutral position here and just work on with that belly button drawn in and your butt cheeks tight. Breathing in and creating that position, because what happens is people can do it if they're tight, and then as soon as we're out of breath working out, we just go back into doing whatever we need to do. So a couple things. One, spend some time practicing breathing with that tight position and maintaining that through, okay? And it's not about holding your breath, because rarely are we going to be in a position where we can hold our breath unless we're doing a real short, high force effort. Most of the time we need to learn how to brace. So the other thing that happens here is we have the kipping push-up, which we use in the burpee, and that's going to be where we create that arch position and then snap. If we were doing a burpee, we would arch and snap our way up. So what happens here is that same thing. We have that saggy back position. Visually, it's not going to look that different. So here's the saggy back position, and then that's what it would look like if I was tight. So visually, if I draw in and get into that nice arch position, I'm wound up and I'm real tight, but visually it doesn't look that different. But as far as power and speed and efficiency and protecting your back is concerned, there's a huge difference. So even if we're looking at a variation of the push-up, like the kipping push-up for the burpee, we still need to keep that drawn in position. So don't be a saggy back person, butt tight, belly button drawn in. Learn how to breathe and maintain that position. Hope that helps. Talk to y'all soon.